Look at that fish. Look at this. Goodness. Mm. 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 Hey Spicy, welcome back to the channel. Last year, I asked you if I had not given a spicy name to drop it, and some persons commented and I gave them a spicy name. So please, if I have given you a spicy name, drop it now in the comment as you are seeing this video. Today we'll be making yummy unripe plantain porridge, and I will be washing our plantain with salt and water. So from what you see on the video, you place your hand thoroughly on the plantain because you don't know where the market women dropped it. You have to wash thoroughly. I washed it about 5 times. It was seeming the water was seeming clean, no, but I had to keep washing and washing because you have to be very careful what enters into your stomach. So now I'm teaching you how to open unripe plantain. Some persons find it really hard to open the unripe plantain, but I've been doing this for years now, and I can't say I'm an expert, but at least I'm used to it. When I the first time I did this, it was seeming sticky to my hand, not because it's unripe. There's some acid that it has, and I was like, "No, mommy, I'm not going to do this again." And she was like, you must learn it." Too. And now I'm an expert. I never knew that plantain porridge was going to be one of my best yummy meals. Like it's so healthy. If I'm not eating rice, you will catch me eating unripe plantain porridge. Now we are opening it, and whatever part that remains on it, I use my knife to remove it because to look black and to not be fancy enough and not presentable. So unripe plantain has a lot of health benefits and it's good for people on weight loss journey. Now, this technique you need to learn it because if you do not cut your plantain like this, it will not be interesting. Like the porridge will be boring because why are you eating big notes of or cubes? I don't even know what to even say, but you just have to cut it fancily like this. My sister, the first time she cut it, which was some weeks ago, she was cutting it very large, and I was like, how do you want us to enjoy this plantain porridge if it's in this big way? To just be like you're eating yam now. And this is plantain porridge supposed to be fancy and sweet, abi, and nice in the mouth. So here's how to cut it. You can cut it into 6 parts, you can cut it into 4 parts. Just make sure the plantain is beautifully cut into pieces. Plantains are rich sources of complex carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals, and are easily digestible. As a staple food, plantains have been the main fare of millions of people for centuries. Now, let's check something out. Calories: fat 0.22 gram, protein 2 gram, carbohydrates 58 gram, fiber 3 grams, potassium 663 milligram, vitamin C 23 milligram, vitamin A 63 ug, vitamin B6 0.29 milligram, magnesium 57 milligram. Now we are done cutting our potato finely. Now we're pouring it onto the pot. Here's the fish I'll be using. I'll be using hake fish for this recipe. Now we'll be adding our crayfish because you cannot do it without crayfish. 1/4 of that is what I added to this recipe. I cut my onions. I didn't measure. Plantain porridge needs a lot of onions to taste really nicely. Then I added my freshly blended peppers, scotch bonnet peppers here. This is what it looks like. Now I'm rinsing out the bowl because nothing must waste. Nothing wastes in my house. Now I'll be adding my teaspoon of salt. I think for this recipe I added about two. That's 1 teaspoon, 5 ml. For those that need the exact measurement, I added 2 teaspoons of salt to this recipe. Now I'll be adding my seasoning cubes. I added a pear and a half, and I later added another pear because the plantain was quite much. So that's my chicken broth that I just added to the plantain. Now I'll be adding my oil. In this recipe, I added 3 spoons first. Then as the plantain was cooking, I added two extra. Yeah, so this is my chicken I'm using for this recipe. For porridges, I don't really use nice looking chickens. I always use chicken that have bones because I believe that you should be able to chew some bone and squeeze out all the juice in the bone of the chicken. Please, if you are on the same level with me, comment down below because I can be strange like that. So I added my mackerel fish, then I added water to cover up everything that I was cooking. Yes, because it's porridge, it needs a lot of juice. So I added my scent leaf, a little of it. I didn't add all at first, so I allowed it to cook with it. Then added extra dry peppers. After 1 hour 18 minutes, my plantain was ready. If my gas was boiling well, like at the normal level it's supposed to be boiling, this plantain porridge gets ready in nothing less than 40 minutes. Like 40 minutes is just enough for the plantain to be ready. Now I'll be serving my plantain because I need to eat what I cooked. I'm not those people that will cook and then they say, "Oh no, don't worry, make una chop am first. When una chop am finish, I go come know if I go chop am." No, I dey chop wetin I cook because it's sweet die. You feel me? Yeah, so I will add. So this, I remember this recipe. I used boiled mackerel fish and some chicken. But if you want to change the taste of your plantain porridge, use grilled mackerel fish or smoked mackerel fish, depending on your health status. For people that are watching their weight, I would advise you grill your mackerel fish yourself in an oven so that you do not eat some burnt substance. So this is what my plantain porridge looks like after every serene. Serene means after all the paparazzi. Yeah, so after this, I went down on this plate and oh boy, it was yummy. Let me tell you one story. The first time I introduced this plantain porridge to my cousins, they were skeptical, but when they had 1 spoon, 2 spoons, 3 spoons, they were like, wow, is it this yummy? And the next time, all I started hearing was, ah, sis, please cook another plantain porridge for us. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, like, share, drop your beautiful comment. This year, I must engage with you. Drop your comment for me, spicy. And when you finish dropping the comment at the end, sign out and tell me, oh, it's your spice ginger, it's your spice nutmeg, it's your spice African nutmeg, it's your spice negro pepper, it's your spice. I'm just trying to remember all the spices. I love you all. Bye.